India has scored a significant win on the global trade stage as it finalizes a landmark free trade agreement with the European Union, an agreement now being openly acknowledged as favouring New Delhi by the United States itself. As India and the EU sealed what is being described as the mother of all trade deals, a rare and striking assessment came from Washington, where the US Trade Representative said India appears to have emerged stronger from the negotiations. US Trade Representative Jamieson Greer, speaking in an interview with Fox Business, said that after reviewing the details of the agreement, India comes out on top and is likely to have a heyday once the deal is implemented. He pointed out that India gains wider access to European markets, which could significantly boost Indian exports across multiple sectors. From an Indian perspective, this public admission from America's top trade official underscores the growing economic leverage New Delhi now commands in global negotiations. The scale of the India-EU Free Trade Agreement explains the attention it is receiving worldwide. The deal creates a combined market of nearly 2 billion people and represents close to 1/4 of global GDP. Under the agreement, tariffs will be eliminated on 99% of Indian exports to the European Union, while India will reduce duties on over 97% of European exports. This opens unprecedented opportunities for Indian manufacturers, exporters, and service providers to expand their footprint across Europe. Greer also flagged another critical aspect of the agreement: mobility. He noted that European leaders, including European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen, have spoken about easing movement for Indian workers into Europe. If implemented, such provisions could provide Indian professionals and skilled workers greater access to European labour markets, further tilting the balance in India's favour. At the same time, the US trade chief offered a broader geopolitical explanation for the deal. He suggested that Europe's push towards India is partly driven by changes in US trade policy, with the United States prioritizing domestic manufacturing and adopting more restrictive trade measures under President Donald Trump. The European Union, which is heavily dependent on trade, is seeking alternative markets for its goods. According to Greer, the EU is effectively doubling down on globalization while the United States is turning inward. In that shifting landscape, India has emerged as the most attractive partner, offering scale, demand, and competitive production costs. From New Delhi's point of view, this positions India not just as a market but as a center pillar in the evolving global trade order. For India, the implications go well beyond tariffs and trade numbers. The agreement strengthens India's role as a manufacturing and export hub, supports job creation in labor-intensive sectors, and enhances India's strategic leverage at a time when global supply chains are being redrawn. When America's own trade chief publicly acknowledges that India stands to gain the most, it signals a deeper shift in global economic power, one in which India is no longer on the margins but firmly at the center.